Hey guys, I'm John Fred Young.
I'm Chris, we're from Blackstone Cherry, and you're watching Tattoo.com.
Hey guys, it's Mischievous Mel, and I am here kicking off the one and only Northern Invasion with Blackstone Cherry!
Hey, how you doing?
up?
All right, we're going to introduce.
I'm Chris, I sing, play guitar.
I'm John Fred, I play the drums.
And I'm Mischievous Mel, and I cause problems. And I am stoked. New album, guys.
Yeah.
Family Tree. Love it.
You know, with this record, we just kind of went in the studio with no idea what the hell we were going to do, and just kind of let the music take us wherever it went, you know. And it's funny, we're going to stick out like a sore thumb here today, but it's going to be amazing. It's going to be great.
You guys, if that was just like throwing spaghetti at the wall, you fucking nailed that shit, man. That's amazing because, wow. What about you? How do you feel about the new album?
Oh, I love it. I think it's it's our sixth studio album, and like Chris said, we all last year we spent writing and went in the fall of last year, and it's one of those things we didn't really rehearse for. We just went in and nailed some songs, and it was a wonderful experience. Got to record the record at home again, and before the record, we actually did an EP called Black to Blues, and it was a 6-song covers blues EP record, and that kind of pushed us into the road we were on for Family Tree, because it really brought us back to a lot of the old Delta blues artists and Chicago blues artists that we grew up listening to, and it was really cool. I'm so pleased at the way the record came out.
I got a question for you. You said you were going to stick out like a sore thumb. Why do you think that?
Well, I mean, you look at the bands playing, and they're all like super heavy kind of modern rock bands, and we're like the Southern Wild-Eyed Boys, you know what I mean? Where it's just a different kind of thing, I mean, we've kind of turned over a whole new leaf to where we're kind of just doing our own separate thing, we're not trying to appease a certain market anymore, and we went so many years trying to appease these couple of guys that program all these radio stations, and it never really worked out for us. We were like, to hell with it, man. We're just going to do what the music that we feel makes us who we are, and the stuff that we love to play, and people will dig it or they won't. It'll be fucking great either way.
Well, see, and on a couple of those notes, one, you can tell it's a fucking passion. I mean, it's an awesome album. The last one was really good, but this one, it's there. And two, there is nothing wrong with mixing a little bit of you guys with a little bit of Parkway Drive. I'm telling you, if you can't go from here to here to here, then you can't have foreplay, get laid, and have fun in the middle. I'm just saying.
I understand that. You know what I mean? Variety is the spice of life. You know what I mean?
Variety is the spice of life. That's great.
Yeah, peaches. You guys sing about peaches.
Sometimes it's straight off the tree, just
Sing
fresh.
about roosters, sing about barbecues and bonfires, and we just keep singing about the same stuff. We get kind of Kentucky's
we
like
the wheel every time we sing about it. Though it's like, let's write a song about this. We're like, we've written 4 songs about that. Well, fuck it, let's just make it a little different and write it again.
Yeah, we got like 16 songs that talk about rain, and we're good with that. We're like the weathermen of rock and roll.
So you can get rain and peaches. So
That's right.
and bonfires. Those are the best.
Bonfires,
are the best.
some whiskey, and we sing about what we know. I mean, we sing about what we live. So.
And if you drink too much of that whiskey before you do a bonfire, you may actually stick your foot in it and burn it. Past experience, don't try that shit. It fucking hurts.
Yeah, I would say it would hurt.
Well, it doesn't hurt until the whiskey wears off.
Safety first. Safety first. That's right.
Drink responsibly. But speaking of things that are fun, if you get a tattoo, you can't just pick anything off the wall. So tell me about your tattoos.
I have a lot of tattoos, and like, I don't have any flash. Everything I've ever gotten has been like custom pieces by artists, and about 98% of my tattoos are all from a artist back home by the name of Zach Burcham, who has a shop called West Main Street Tattoos in Glasgow, Kentucky. And he's actually the guy that drew the original version of our cherry logo, Tony. We went to him and we're like, hey man, here's what we're thinking. And he drew this great one. And then John Fred's grandpa kind of modified it a little bit. And then John took that and made it digital. But the original cherry logo that we're known for came from the guy that does all my tattoos, and everything is like, you know, custom piece, and I love it, man, because I can go in there and be like, hey man, I want this, and he'll figure out a way to make it work, you know, and we'll figure out the spot. I mean, I've got a few things that are, you know, just like symbolic, like is that the bird on this side?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've got like the Paul Reed Smith bird on that side, and then I've got some other stuff, but everything else has been, you know, kind of just I go and say, hey man, I'm thinking about something like this, you know, and like the last one I got was the little Lego man. My little boy is obsessed with fucking Legos, and he runs around in a t-shirt and underwear all the time. And he had created a Lego Declan, as he called it, and we put the same hair and the same shirt and stuff he used, and you know, just went with it. But you know, I love it. It's the most therapeutic thing in the world to me. You know, nothing like getting poked 6 million times by a set of needles to make you feel alive again. You know,
Pain makes you feel alive.
it does. You know, but I mean, honestly, it's super therapeutic, and you know, it's so funny. I see these memes like what grandparents will look like in 20 years, and I'm like, they look pretty fucking rad to me, man. You know, like people are like, what are you doing to your body? And I'm like, making it a fucking canvas, man. Let's have some fun.
You know, it's funny you bring that up because we were listening to the oldies station and they were playing like bands that we're still listening to at festivals on the oldies channel. I'm like, this makes me an antique and this is fucking weird. But when you think about it, back in the day when I was growing up and it was oldies, you were listening to like fucking, I don't even know what.
It is though. At the end of the day, that's just good music that they keep playing from now to the end of time. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're at a fucking death metal show. Somebody's going to play AC/DC over the PA, and it's going to be fine, and everybody out here is going to know the song. You know, I mean, it's good music is good music, and it'll always stand the test of time. And you know, but that's the beauty of it. You know, as long as if it's real and honest, and people get it, it's going to last a long time.
So me and him took a vote. We decided you should show some tattoos.
Well, I can.
This is where it turns into a hoedown.
Chris has got some incredible tattoos. He really does.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm so...
Oh, yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
I am
Let's
coming
see
back
here.
to you, too, so be afraid.
Oh, you're fine.
Let's see here. So the tops of my hands, this is Bob Marley lyrics, the song Three Little Birds. I went through a crazy ass time in my life where I almost wasn't here anymore. Super depression, anxiety, to the point of literally contemplating suicide, and you know, going through 80% of the motions of making it happen. And you know, I got this after that as a reminder just to wake up and smile, man. You know, and Bob Marley saved my life in more ways than one. So this one is my son's initials. I got this one around the same time, and it's actually my wife's handwriting. It's kind of bled some, but it'll be all right. And then I've been working on some cover-ups up through here. This is the title of one of our songs, Holding On to Letting Go. And then I've got a Bob Marley quote. You can tell I'm obsessed with Bob Marley. I got a Bob Marley quote there. It says, some people feel the rain, others just get wet. You know, there's some of them. We're working on covering up a bunch of shit over here.
I love the colors in that.
Yeah, I'm a big color person. I know a lot of people like grayscale, and even my artist, Zach, he's like, the dude's my best friend. But he's like, man, you want to do like some grayscale? And I'm like, I won't color. But I will show you this one grayscale one that we did recently. John, can we hold it for a second? I think it's on the back of this leg. Yeah. The line there. And that kind of goes hand in hand with another one of our songs called I Am the Line. Just a reminder, you know. One of our great friends posted a picture the other day, and there's a picture of a line similar to that one, and it said sometimes you got to take a second and remember who the fuck you are, and he's hashtagged it the line, and it reminded me that, you know, sometimes you do got to step back and just go, hang on a minute, woosah, this is what I am, you know what I mean? And tattoos are therapeutic, and they're symbolic, and you know, I love that they're becoming less and less taboo. You know, it's become more acceptable, and I love going into a store and seeing people with beautiful artwork all down their arms waiting on people. It's just awesome.
I agree. Now, you, sir, do you have any at all?
I actually don't have any tattoos.
Okay, so what's the reasoning behind that?
When I was in kindergarten, I came home with a bunch of tattoos, like the ones you slap on and you like hold, with a wet paper towel.
I do. I wore one for 6 months where I was like, yeah.
Well, I didn't get to wear mine that long. My dad literally scrubbed them off me with a washcloth, and he was like, "You're not gonna get any tattoos." And I'm like, "Dad, they're cool. Like, this is rad, Dad." And he was like, "No." He's like, "You don't need any tattoos." So like he asked me. He's like, "Look," he's like, "if you don't get any tattoos, you can get any kind of piercings you want." So I was like, "All right, man." He's a musician, so I mean, it's not like he's like an old crusty dude. So, but I love them. I think they're incredible. I mean, Chris has got some beautiful tattoos. Like John, our bass player, has tattoos. Ben and I actually don't have any. And but I love it though. I love seeing like really good tattoos. I love art. So I mean, obviously, I've contemplated getting some, but I didn't have anything that would mean that the depth for me to get one. I mean, I've got 2 little girls, so I mean, you never know. I might get their names like 16 inches by 40 or something. But like besides that, no. I'm 33, so I haven't got any yet. But you never know.
Still young, so I'm going to make a deal with you. The next time I see you, and it won't be good, I can promise you that,
Okay.
I will work my magic with my Sharpie, and I will give you the most awesome tattoo of a stick person you've ever seen in your life. That way Dad can't get mad.
Let's do something for the show. Just do me up. Let's do a whole back piece.
You're talking about being 33 and not having one yet?
Yeah.
I took Daddy to get his first one when he was 48, I think.
There you go.
He got his first one. So.
Well, my dad told me, he's like, he was really.
Tattoo idea, by the way, though.
Well, he was when we were first starting out. My dad produced our first record. He plays guitar with his brother, and my uncle, in the Kentucky Headhunters. And he's like, I was talking to him like some of the guys that started getting tattoos and stuff, and I was like, Dad, I want to get a tattoo. And he's like, hell no, you ain't gonna get no tattoos. And he's like, I tell you what, he said, if y'all sell 1 million records, he said, we'll go get a tattoo together. So we were gonna get, because my last name's Young, obviously his too. We were gonna get Forever Young on our arms or something like that. And I hit him up like a couple years ago, and I was like, Dad, I was like, I'm like, yeah, if you kind of put all our albums together, we may have sold close to 1 million records. He's like, oh hell no, y'all ain't. And I'm like, thanks, Dad, appreciate it. Just wait till we hit 1 million. I'm gonna make him get it on his neck.
That is awesome. I'm curious about your piercings.
You know what? I had my ears pierced, and I don't even have those anymore. I'm so pierceless and tattooless, man.
That's okay. We love you anyway.
We make up for it with kick-ass rock and roll, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know what we're going to do for you, too? Before we wrap this up, we are going to say, get to the 1 million albums. He's got a dad to take to the mat and get some ink.
That's right. We gotta get some ink together.
And be sure to check out the new album, Family Tree, and make sure you hit the show when they come to a stage near you, Blackstone Cherry!